episode 2 of season 2 of Northside Manor. I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Michael.
We have an exciting episode because we finally have some Cubs baseball to talk about. The regular season started, so it's going to be exciting.
Yes, we also have very exciting news for us, Northside Manor, and we will talk about what Starlin Castro did as a New York Yankee, all in this episode of Northside Manor.
It's time for game recaps. The Angel series started Monday. The Cubs did win 9-0. Miguel Montero homered. Tuesday, they also won 6-1. Matt Caesar, Anthony Rizzo, and Dexter Fowler homered. And then Thursday, they started their series against the Diamondbacks. They won 14-6. Dexter Fowler and Ben Zobrist tripled, and Anthony Rizzo came in clutch with a home run. Now it's time to preview the weekend series versus the Diamondbacks. Today, Friday, Jason Hamill versus Robbie Ray at 8:40 p.m. Saturday, Kyle Hendricks versus Zach Greinke at 7:10 p.m. And Sunday, Jake Arrieta, who is 1-0, versus Shelby Miller, 3:10 p.m. Cubs news this week, we all saw last night Kyle Schwarber collided with Dexter Fowler in the outfield. He has a left ankle sprain, but today he is having an MRI done, and they're going to look at that knee, because that's what they're afraid of.
He said he has soreness and tightness in that knee, and I think everyone else is more happy that Dexter Fowler didn't get hurt.
He even said, he's a big guy, and he was more worried for Dexter Fowler colliding with him.
He played linebacker in football, and he's a huge dude, so good thing Dexter's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too worried. We have a lot of utility guys we can use, but it's still sad to see Kyle Schwarber go down. That's not good, especially the third game of the season.
Yeah. Well, with that being the third game of the season, it's the first 3-0 road start since 1988, which is outstanding.
And it's their first 3-0 start since 1995, I read, so that's pretty cool.
Yes. This team, we all are worried about Kyle Schwarber. He's a run producer. But this team, 29 runs in the last 3 games.
Crazy. This offense is just crazy good.
Yes. And now it's time for Around the League news. David Ortiz and Ted Williams are the only players 40 and over in the MLB history to homer in each of his team's first 2 games. And to go off of that, it is Ortiz's last season. He will retire at the end of the year. I did mention in the beginning of the episode we had interesting news on Starlin Castro. The new Yankee has the most RBIs in his first 2 games as a Yankee in team history. The Padres have now played 24 innings and haven't scored a run in any of them. Jose Fernandez strikes out 13 in just 5 2/3 innings, but gives up 5 runs and loses at home for the first time in his career. Great news coming out of Colorado. Trevor Story becomes the first player in history to homer in each of his first 3 MLB games.
Now it's time to bring back one of my favorite segments we started on the show last year, Player of the Week. It's always fun to recognize the outstanding player from the games that week. So for this week, the honor goes to Dexter Fowler.
Why?
He's just been showing up and he's proving why he deserves to be on this team. So happy to have him back. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty happy. And he's been showing up the team. Jason Hayward, has been having a slow start, but Dexter Fowler's been showing up.
Yeah, I agree. And Joe Madden said to him last year, when you go, we go, which is true. Dexter Fowler is still leadoff man. When he hits the ball, when he gets a walk, that translates for the whole team.
Yeah, and I think if last night didn't prove it, he's been following that philosophy.
In the game of baseball, the home run is probably the most awesome thing you can do during a game. That and the grand slam.
Yeah.
Well, it is my pleasure to introduce to you the brand new segment, Home Run of the Week.
Bonds to today. The Diamondbacks. Coggin runs on the 3-2 and a fly ball hit to deep left. Bradley looks up. That ball is gone. A home run.
This week, I had a tough decision between two outstanding players, Matt Caesar and Anthony Rizzo. I had to go with the captain. Anthony Rizzo's home run last night was outstanding. And next week, you guys, the fans, get to pick who you want to win this honor of Home Run of the Week. It doesn't have to be Cubs related. This week, it happens to be Anthony Rizzo.
Now it's time for another new segment, Northside Inside. This week, we're going to talk about prospects.
Okay.
We got a lot of prospects in Iowa.
And in South Bend.
Exactly. Just all over the place.
Exactly.
Well, let's talk a little bit about them. How do you feel about the future of the Chicago Cubs?
The team has a lot of depth. They will be good for years, and I emphasize the word years to come. Wilson Contreras, Albert Almora, Billy McKinney, Dan Vogelbach, who happens to probably be my favorite prospect.
Kyle Schwarber 2.0. But anyway, that's what I love about spring training, because you get to see all of them in action and vibe with the regular players on the team, on the actual Chicago Cubs. You get to see all the young talent that the Chicago Cubs do have. So that's what I really enjoyed about spring training, just seeing the young guys get out there and also play with the veterans.
And then the one thing that does come to mind is this team is stacked. The MLB team, the Cubs, they're stacked. And they're young, but the prospects are young as well. So how do you think that's going to work in the future when Albert Almora or Alcantara, they're ready to come up, but they can't because
you still have good players?
Yeah.
I know. It's going to be tough, but I feel like, David Ross is retiring. So I think we might see Wilson Contreras come up next year. But I don't know, it's just crazy because you still see like Chris Bryant, who's still young, Addison Russell, who's still young but is on the team. And then you have these younger guys, and some of them are older than Chris Bryant and Addison Russell, but still, I don't know, what do you think?
I think it's going to be tough. There will be some butting of the heads going on for sure. But everyone in this organization, from South Bend to Myrtle Beach and everywhere in between, they all want one goal, and that's for their mother team to win a championship.
Yeah, and I think they all have positive attitudes. None of them were mad about making or not making the team. So I feel like that's also good on their character.
And I do have to say, he isn't really a prospect, but Kawasaki had an interview yesterday.
Yeah.
And I want you, the fans, to take a look at it.
I like Iowa because the cold. I enjoy the cold because my life enjoy. I don't know. Sorry. Yes, I like Chicago Cubs because my team, my family, I love Chicago Cubs. Hey.
What do you think of the guys?
Guys?
Yep.
Oh, guys very speak English, everybody. Good speak English. Everybody not speak Japanese, but every nice guy. Looking Brad Pitt. Same.
Do you have goals for the season?
Goals
for the season?
Ghost? I don't like ghost. Because I never seen the ghost. I'm scared ghost.
As we mentioned last week in the first episode, we have added a writer to our website. His name is Connor, and we told you all about him last week. But we came up with this cool idea. So we're going to have you guys send in questions that he's going to write about each week.
Yes.
So do you have a question about the team, about a certain player, about a certain topic, anything, just send it into our Twitter. And we'll get it to him, and he'll answer your questions via the website.
Yes, and if you're not on Twitter, you can always do Facebook or Instagram. Just drop a comment on a picture, and we'll go ahead and forward that on to Connor.
Yeah, we'll put something up later on our Facebook and our Twitter pages, just to remind you guys. But yeah, just send in your questions, anything you have. As Michael mentioned in the beginning of the episode, we do have some exciting news. And I just want to start it off by saying we started this show as a fun after-school activity on Fridays. We didn't even know if we were going to keep doing it after we graduated or we were going to do a second season. But after the amazing season the Cubs had last year, we decided, why not do season 2? We'll make it work no matter what is happening in our personal lives. And now our hard work and dedication and all the sweat and long hours and tears, angriness, sadness, it's finally paid off because we can now officially tell you that Northside Manor is sponsored. So we're very excited about that. Do you want to tell them a little bit about the company?
Well, for about a week straight in total time, I looked for a sponsor for Northside Manor. I emailed the big companies, little companies, medium-sized companies, just trying to find someone who would be willing to help us out and we help them. So I stumbled upon an interesting company based out of Rockford, Illinois. They're called the Bygone Brand, and they are a very cool retro-styled t-shirt company, husband and wife, and they put brands that you grew up loving as kids on t-shirts.
Yeah, it's kind of like nostalgia,
Yeah.
little things.
So I sent them an email and I told them who we are, what we do. Well, they fell in love with the show. And Cubs fans, I hate to say it, they're Cardinals fans.
The wife is.
But that doesn't matter because they are a great company and they make some really, really cool shirts and other items on their website. So please go like, follow, subscribe, whatever you have to do. It's Bygone Brand, BYGONE space BRAND. Definitely go check them out. And since you're a fan of Northside Manor, you guys are in luck. You guys can get 10% off your entire purchase online. All you have to do is at checkout, type in promo code, all caps, Northside Manor.
With no spaces.
No spaces. And you'll get 10% off. And it's been an awesome couple days talking to them and getting to know them as a brand. So we're very excited and we are more excited to start this partnership with Bygone Brand.
Yeah, they've been really supportive and they love what we're doing. So we're very excited about this partnership. And make sure you go to bygonebrand.com. Get a t-shirt. They're not expensive.
No, they're not.
And you're going to get 10% off.
So you can't complain.
Yeah. So this weekend, the Cubs will finish their series against the Diamondbacks. But on Monday, they are home. It's going to be the Wrigley opener. Finally. I know it's like snowing outside and everything. It doesn't feel like baseball weather at all. It feels more like football weather. But the Cubs are coming home on Monday.
Yes. And Northside Manor's taking over Wrigley Field yet again. We are going to the game on Thursday. Cubs versus Reds. No, I can't wait. First one of the season.
It's going to be so exciting.
Yeah.
I hope it's not snowing though. But it's going to be awesome. So next week we'll have some cool stuff from that game, more exciting news, hopefully bringing you a lot of game recaps with the W in front of it.
Yeah.
But that's going to do it for us for this episode. Make sure you go check out bygonebrand.com, get you a t-shirt, and make sure you follow us, if you haven't already, on Twitter, Instagram, like us on Facebook. I'm Gabriella.
And I'm Michael.
Go Cubs!